going. You're good.
Good morning, everybody. So this press conference is being called today for the announcement that we are starting a new property referral and review initiative here in the Tazewell County Clerk Recorder of Deeds office. In 2001, we announced and partnered with Fiddler Technologies for a property fraud alert program. The alert program works so that you register your name with the Recorder of Deeds office. If anything should happen to your property, anybody try to file a fraudulent record against your property, if you refinance your home, stuff that you do yourself, anything that adjusts the records with your name on them in our office, you receive a notification so that you know immediately that that action has taken place. This is important because of the growing threat of property and mortgage fraud in the United States. The FBI has identified property and mortgage fraud as the fastest growing white-collar crime in the United States. Recently, the FBI has advised that all citizens should be talking with their county clerk about an alert system, signing up with that. We've been proud to have that here in Tazewell County, and we have seen it working here in Tazewell County, where residents have been notified that an action is taking place with their deed. 99% of the time, Lisa is informing them that it is just they forgot that they were redoing their mortgage or redoing something with their property, and the alert just notified them, so the system is working. We see that. Problem is that is just notification that something is happening to your property. If the crime is being committed, it's just letting you know that the crime is being committed. Now that's important because the sooner you respond to the crime, the lower the cost and the burden is to the victim of the crime. So it's vital that they take action on it immediately rather than let it sit and let the perpetrator continue to use their property for other transactions. So the companion with the property fraud alert program that we have with Fiddler would be for the Recorder of Deeds office to initiate a new property fraud review and referral initiative. As a requirement of that new program in the state statutes, it requires us to give a 90-day notification to the public. That's what this event today is the beginning of that 90 notification that for 90 days that we will be initiating this program. I cannot stress enough to the public that this is a serious threat that they need to be taking action on here in Central Illinois. When we looked at this initially back in 2021, my chief deputy, Dan Sullivan, was the one that brought this to my attention and said this is something we really need to offer and make the public aware of. I kind of dismissed it at the time because we were seeing the majority of this crime take place in the Sun Belt states, in spots where individuals had second homes that were vacation homes or just vacant property. It wasn't something that we were seeing necessarily here locally. That has changed. I cannot stress enough. Citizens need to take this serious. Citizens need to get signed up for this program. They need to make sure that their property is being safeguarded. The alert program offered by Fiddler that we are proud to offer for free to Tazewell County residents is the best way to know immediately when this crime has occurred or when this crime could have occurred. And the companion now is this property fraud review and referral initiative. So what the program does is when you are alerted and you contact our office or contact Fiddler, Lisa, my Recorder of Deeds supervisor, can take action then to investigate that and to see what is that document fraudulent. She can gather all of the important documents that would be able to assess that. She can contract out with law enforcement for them to investigate this, and an administrative law judge will be assigned to review these cases for us and to determine if something has taken place. Currently, the burden of fixing this, if this has happened, currently falls on the victim. They have to go to civil court. It could be costly, it can be time consuming. You're putting a huge burden on the backs of the victim when this occurs. By being able to offer this process of using an administrative law judge, we can help speed up the process. We can help offer resources that previously were not available. I do not understand why anybody wouldn't sign up for Fiddler's free program to be able to have their property protected with that notification. But we just can't stop there. We have to, in our office, provide a resource for fixing this once it's occurred. And that's what this new initiative will do. Trying to see here in my notes real quick if there was another item. We do not have to offer in the Tazewell County Clerk and Recorder of Deeds office the property alert program. We did not have to offer this new property fraud review and referral initiative. However, our goal in our office is to provide nothing short of the highest level of services to the citizens we serve. This is how we fulfill that commitment to the taxpayers of Tazewell County, by offering this. Rather than just telling you, yes, this has happened, but you're on your own, we will be able to offer a process in which this can be resolved. It's something we take great pride in this office of not just meeting expectations, but exceeding them. And this is just another step in that direction. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Alex from Fiddler Technologies, the president of Fiddler Technologies. And again, thank you for this wonderful partnership we've had since 2001.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yes, so appreciate being able to be here because we partnered with John in Tazewell County, and the passion that you have and this county has for protecting your constituents and the services you provide is exactly in line with what Fiddler does and why we offer what we do. So this property fraud alert program, like John said, is a no-brainer for anyone that owns property or has family or any friends or whatever that they know has a home or a property in Tazewell County, because it is truly free. It takes 5 to 10 seconds really to sign up. You go to propertyfraudalert.com, you select the county that you own the property in, you put a first and last name in, and then you just say, I want to be contacted via email, a text message, or a phone call, and you're done. So it's nothing beyond that, and sometimes people say that things that are free are too good to be true. There's something there, but there's not here. The information you put in there is not used for any other thing. The only people that have access to it is ourselves and John for the purpose of this program. So you're not suddenly going to get spam or your information sold to someone else for stuff. It's truly to get alerts and notifications. And 99% of the time, again repeating something John said, but you're going to get those notifications and it's all good. You just bought or sold a property, you refinanced your house. There's all kinds of legitimate reasons a document will be recorded in the county, but it's that one time you get one and you're like, I never signed off of this. I did not transfer my property to someone else in the last week. And that early notification that you got within 24 hours is I can't even put in numbers how much money and stress and time that saves, because a lot of people, they find these documents months, years later, and they're trying to sell this home and the sale stops because someone's like, it says here you don't own your home, and they're going back to 2021 and they're trying to clean up all of this chain of title. You guys have done an amazing job of promoting it. I mean, in the 3 years you've had it, you're at over 12,000 people have subscribed, which is a substantial amount. And of those people, 7,000 alerts have gone out to people. Again, hopefully most of those where people got something, they're like, oh yeah, that's legitimate. But you've also helped people find something early. So the more people, I mean, there's no reason not every homeowner is a part of this, and we encourage that very much. In recent years, you've added the text message ability that was not there when you first launched it. It now has a Spanish options throughout the process. You can get your notifications in Spanish. You can turn the whole website and all the text in there into Spanish, so you're kind of protecting actually one of the people that are targeted for this, the elderly, the non-native speakers, anyone that people think aren't paying attention or aren't comprehending what's happening. Those are the people the smart fraudsters are looking for. So anyone can be a victim, but it's amazing what you've already done, and now that you're expanding on the service itself is showing that you're even more devoted to protecting these constituents. So, thank you.
We mentioned anybody can be a victim. Just as a quick reminder to the public, somebody attempted to do this to Graceland recently. If they really thought that they could take Graceland and nobody would pay attention, what do you think they're doing to your vacant farmland? Or what do you think that they're doing to the rental home that you're not really monitoring as closely? So if they thought they could take something as public and broad as Graceland, they're looking at these other properties that you own as well. So this is something, each piece of property, this is a huge asset, a valuable piece of your portfolio. You need to make sure that you're taking care of it. Individuals who are interested in signing up for the alert program, if you're not in it already, can contact Lisa's office, the Tazewell County Recorder of Deeds office. Lisa and her staff have done a fantastic job of helping individuals. I know Alex's staff as well can help individuals sign up, but many have just contacted Lisa, and Lisa and her staff have helped as well with getting them signed up into the program and getting them moving. So any assistance we can provide, we are happy to. With that, I will turn this over for questions from the media.
Yeah, so, you know, you mentioned, I guess my question's for you, Alex.
Sure.
You mentioned Graceland. I assume that was a situation of someone fraudulently trying to transfer the deed is probably the form that took. You talked about some of the things that triggered the alerts, the refinancing, the making a purchase or sale. What is, you know, the most common way you see these crimes being attempted to be committed?
It can be anything. Quit claim deeds, I would say, are one of the ones to watch for. And I'm not a legal expert, but I know that's a quick way that someone can. I mean, I can go to Staples and I can buy a quit claim deed form for $10, and I just have to fill in certain things. And the thing that the community should know is the recorder's office doesn't really get a choice in if they can record or not. If it meets the statutes in the state of it has these 5 pieces of information and they're paying the fee, you have to record it. So going and buying a form and filling it out and saying, I'm gonna steal John Ackerman's home, he'd have to record it even if he's standing there and knows it's fraudulent in many cases. I mean, there's certain things, and hopefully this helps some of that early, but that's why it's so easy for people is they can go there, they can fill it out, and they can say, I now own your home, and there's a legal document in the public record that says that.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of legal steps to fix it. Liens are another one. You know, someone could put a very bogus lien on someone's home and say they owe 10 grand on this, and now when someone wants to go sell their home and there's a 10 grand lien and they can't sell it without paying that 10 grand to some random person that did this. Power of attorneys have happened before. So I mean, anything can probably be fraudulent. There's probably certain ones, but the key thing is there's a lot that goes through this recorder's office in the terms of property, and someone that wants to do bad can with that.
So how does this work? Does the Fiddler, is it software or does it monitor what comes in and out of the recorder's office here and then send the, okay, so like how quickly does this happen?
It's usually within the day. So the key thing is the reason Tazewell County offers Property Fraud Alert is they also use core Fiddler software within the office. So what her staff and his staff are doing in the clerk's and recorder's office is a Fiddler product, and that's when documents come in, they're indexing, they're storing those digitized images and making them accessible online. As a peripheral of the core product this county uses, Property Fraud is that. So we see in our software every name that's being indexed within there, and the document number, the type of document, and that day after it's recorded by the county and their staff, that alert is sent out to anyone that subscribes to this that matches that first and last name. Or business. It should mention that you can sign up a business, you can sign up a trust, anything that could own property can subscribe to this.
Yeah, and then this could be for anyone, it may be for you, whoever's most relevant for this question, you know. So with the new thing we're talking about today is the review and referral program, right? So the alert goes out, someone says, I didn't do that. They call the office here and say, I want to start this review and referral. What happens next?
So currently, unfortunately, when that occurs, all we can do is advise them they should seek legal advice from an attorney and start civil action on their own. There's really nothing that we can do. As Alex mentioned, we're required to file those documents, and once they're recorded, they are on the record. So you have to go through civil action in order to get a ruling to have that amended or reversed. With this new process, we can now pull it to the side and have it review, that something is raising an alarm, have it reviewed. We'll be able to contract with law enforcement to make sure that this is being taken care of. We can also contract with the Illinois State, Department of Financial and Professional Regulation to have the state come in and help with this as well, to review those documents and then present them to an administrative law judge that will be able to review the evidence in there and make a ruling on what action needs to take place. So it just offers a different avenue, a different procedure that currently we cannot offer here of assistance to these individuals.
Did staff here at the county have to get trained for the new process? Is that done already?
That's part of the 90-day notification. That's what's going to be taking place, is starting to, at the end of the 90 days, have a program that we can take place and open up. We also need to contract with an administrative law judge. There are several steps that need to happen, but right now it's just starting the clock on that required 90-day public notification, so that we can get this moving as quickly as possible, rather than getting it started, built and ready, but then having to wait.
Yeah, obviously the county has been working with Fiddler for a while. Is this a temporary contract, or is this a service that county residents should expect to have into the foreseeable future?
I see it as nothing short of a long-term contract that, the terms are going to be renegotiated here and there as we go, but I don't see anything changing. I see it as a long-term partnership. They've been a great business partner to work with. They provide great services for us. Should be mentioned, they're not just here in Tazewell County. Fiddler is actually in over 70 counties here in the state of Illinois and over 300 counties in the United States. So we're not dealing with a small firm. We're dealing with quite a large company with a very strong reputation. I like as well that they are local. Alex is here today because his offices are in Davenport, not that far to make a drive. So we appreciate having the local resources available to respond when we have something that occurs within the office.
Okay, is there anything I haven't asked any of you folks that you really want to mention about this program before we wrap up here?
I guess I would just one last thing about Fiddler and about how we go about partnering with businesses as a whole. I want that local relationship when it's possible. We have the ability to partner with any firm that we want to. There are other firms out there, not only here but within the election side, but I do see a distinct value to having local firms, having that relationship with, in this case, the president and the owner, and others having it with the staff that are doing the day-to-day work for us. That personal knowledge, that personal relationship is very valuable to our office. And I think that enhances the security of the products, of the services that we provide by having a local touch rather than somebody in a distant, faraway area. So I'm very proud of and believe that there is strength in having those local companies whenever possible providing these services.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
I used to work at KWQC.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Love the